Still Hunt, or Golden Gun the Gun, is finally in our hands with the launch of the final shape. This thing packs a hefty wallop, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get your hands on the weapon, as well as 2 build setups that you can use to take advantage of this weapon's perks. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Destiny content on the channel. Check out the link in the description where I'll be live over on twitch.tv/Jimbo, playing a whole bunch of the final shape and build crafting live. So come and hang out if you want to. So Still Hunt, how do you actually get it? Well, in order to start this weapons quest, you actually need to complete the campaign of Final Shape. That can be the legendary campaign or the regular campaign. Don't worry, I'm not going to give any spoilers here. You will then get access to the Destined Heroes exotic quest line, where you need to do a variety of different quests, but the first one that you need to do will start it off, and then eventually you need to go to the Ghost Archives and see Micah 10. They will then give you a quest that allows you to go and talk to Cade 6, who will give you the wildcard quest. So you can then jump into the mission and get started. This is actually a really fun quest. It's like 3 parts. You are basically trying to discover why this dark ether is corrupting the Pale Heart. You're going to take out some Screebs, a Shadow Legion War Beast. Then the second part of the quest, you're going to be going up against a Fallen Shank. And then the final part, you'll be going up against a boss, Scorn Abomination. The quest is super simple to follow. It'll take roughly 30 to 40 minutes or a tad bit longer depending on your skill level, but it has an awesome cutscene and some great dialogue, so it makes it all worth it. Once you land back in the tower, go and follow the next quest steps and it will lead you to Cade, and that's where you can get the gun at the end of the quest. So now that you have the Still Hunt, let's talk about how the gun actually works. When you have the weapon equipped, in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you will see a little bar. This is going to be built up when you get precision shots. It takes roughly 6 precision shots to fill all the way up to the max. When you do that, you then need to hold the reload button down. It will go into an animation and it will turn it into the Golden Gun mode. You get 6 boosted Golden Gun shots, which do a great amount of damage to high health targets, especially in the Pale Heart and many areas in the game. I'm not going to go into the full damage numbers here, but what you do need to know is that it synergizes excellently with Celestial Knighthawk on Hunters. So you get a little bit of a taste if you're on Titan and Warlock, but if you're on the Hunter, I highly recommend running this with Celestial Knighthawk because it combines all these shots into one big burst shot and you can hit some pretty crazy numbers. And the amazing thing about it is that the weapon doesn't use your super. So it means you can save those 6 shots up, go into the one big burst, pop your Golden Gun for massive damage, and then pop the Still Hunt to be able to get even more and get a crazy amount of damage out in less than a few seconds. The only downside to this weapon is that you have to hit precision shots to build up that meter, and it does have to be 6, otherwise you're going to end up going into ammo problems and wasting a bunch of ammo. But there is a saving grace with the 2 builds that I have here and the mod setups that you can use. You can take advantage of being able to generate special ammo for yourself so you can always use it. So let's jump into the builds. So taking a look at the Prismatic Hunter for the first of our builds, you get all of this stuff that I have on this build with the campaign. When you complete the campaign, you will have access to at least 3 aspects and you'll have a couple of fragments that you can use as well. We have Starless Executioner, Winter's Shroud, Dustfield Grenade, Combination Blow. We also have Gambler's Dodge. We have Facet of Balance, Facet of Protection, Facet of Purpose, Facet of Dawn, and Facet of Blessing. All of these are going to be playing into the loop that we dodge with Winter's Shroud to make things slow. Then once we obviously make them slow and they have a debuff on them, we use Starless Executioner to go invisible. We'll be able to do a lot of melees here with Combination Blow. It gives us a bunch of health as well. And then also Dustfield Grenade. We also have the Marksman Golden Gun on to take advantage of it. We have an extra Radiant buff from Facet of Dawn. We also have extra health regeneration from Facet of Blessing and extra damage reduction from Facet of Protection. Stay tuned to a more in-depth guide to this later on in the week. For our mod setup though, on this specific class, the mods aren't going to change, but the key thing you need here is Celestial Knighthawk. This is going to allow you to do that one big massive shot if you are on Hunter, which is what I recommend using this weapon on. Another little tidbit on this weapon as well, you can actually get orbs of power, which allow you to build it up as well. So you get those precision hits to build up the super bar, and you can get orbs of power as well, which is kind of nice. I have opted to go with the blast furnace here because you want to have yourself a kinetic weapon to be able to generate both light and dark for transcendence. But mainly here, we're going to be using kinetic siphon to be able to make ourselves a bunch of orbs to feed into our still hunt. The other aspect of that is that we're going to be getting our super back quite quickly, but I digress. Let's have a look at the mod setup though. We have, doesn't really matter about the stat mods. You can go with whatever you feel. I do recommend having at least 100 resilience. We have kinetic siphon, special ammo finder, and special ammo scout. Heavy-handed to generate orbs on melee final blows when we do our dodges, as well as focusing strike and also momentum transfer. We have 3 resistances on, which can be whatever you want. We also have absolution, orbs of restoration, and recuperation. I don't recommend having any surges on here purely because we're going to be taking advantage of special finisher. When we get that up to 3 armor charges, we're going to be able to generate more special to ourselves, which in turn is going to help us generate more ammo for the still hunt. Once again, being able to do as much damage as possible. We also have powerful attraction, which collects all the orbs of power nearby when we use a dodge, and also Reaper as well. So we're going to be generating orbs out of the wazoo. For our second subclass that we're going to be using in the second build of the video, we're going to be using just regular old gunslinger. We have ourselves on your mark and knock them down, a healing grenade. We also have a knife trick, and then we also have marksman dodge to reload. We have Ember of Solace, Ember of Torches, Ember of Searing, Ember of Benevolence, and Ember of Singeing. All of this is just designed to kind of keep you alive within survivability, and the mod setup is exactly the same. You could maybe swap out, maybe put Solar Siphon on if you really wanted to try something out, but ultimately you're going to be building into this. And if you really wanted to, you could put Solar Siphon on and put like an LMG on that can be used for solar, and then really take advantage of the still hunt. So let's round out the end of the video. So still hunt, it is a very fun weapon to use. I think hunters can take advantage of it obviously the best, and I do think that it may make its way into damage rotations depending on how the meta evolves. You could potentially stack it up before damage, then do a golden gun shot, and then another golden gun shot, and then hit 6 precisions, do some more heavy. It could be down to a very skill-based rotation, and it may not work out if the damage phases are a little bit shorter, but I digress. It's a really fun gun to mess around with, and hopefully the builds you have are able to use them and take advantage of them. Down below in the description will be the dim links to both of the builds. So yeah, stay tuned on the channel for more builds in Destiny 2. I like to kind of accompany a weapon and a build together when I make a video. And as always, if this video has been helpful, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell as always. And this has been It's Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.